And good evening. Welcome again back to Pittsburgh's Pennsylvania Motor Speedway. We are about ready to go racing. Before we do, we ask that you please rise. Gentlemen, if you could, remove your caps as we pay tribute to our country with the singing of our national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
For Bryant Hank, car 28, Brockers Machine Shop, crate late models, 8 laps the distance, first of 2 qualifying heats, and the green is out. Oh, Bryant Hank goes from the top to the bottom just like that, and poor Steve Beatty was right there to his inside. It's Gattelis, your leader. Hank second. Holkraver third. Kugel fourth into 3. Tommy Schernhofer running 5th right now, and Steve Beatty is 6th. The Drew's Auto Service 64 of Craig Gattelis in front. Bryant Hank still second. Holkraver third, and Kugel 4th. Here comes Beatty on the outside. The B4 of Steve Beatty. The AEC group B4 is now up to 5th. Make that 4th. Craig Gattelis still your leader. Bryant Hank second. Josh Holkraver third. Steve Beatty, Rocky Kugel, Tommy Schernhofer, and Mark Moats Jr. All running together as they come to turns 3 and 4. Beatty on the outside of Holkraver. He'll move by the D&T Auto Body 00 for third. So Steve, who dropped back to 6th, has raced his way back to third. Rocky Kugel now to the outside of Josh Holkraver, the race for 4th. Steve Beatty trying to get around Bryant Hank for 2nd, and he'll make the pass. So Beatty has been on the move. The AEC group, Batteries Plus, Monticello's B4 trying to run down the Drew's Auto Service 64. We're past halfway, 3 laps to go, 3 to go. Bryant Hank 3rd, Josh Holkraver 4th, Rocky Kugel is 5th, and it's Tommy Schernhofer and Mark Moats Jr. Holkraver trying to close the gap on the Bachman Trucking 28 of Bryant Hank. Josh dives to the inside of Hank off of turn 4. Steve Beatty definitely closing in on the race leader, Craig Gattelis. Lap and a half to go. Rocky Kugel running 5th will spin the car off of turn 2. Two laps remaining. First heat race of the night. Green is out. Gattelis has been the leader from the start, and he got a real scramble behind him. Hank second, Schernhofer the beneficiary, moves the Schernhofer welding. Woody's towing 8 into third and now challenges for second and makes the pass into 3 and 4. Moats is fourth. Holtgraver gets shuffled back to fifth. This is the white flag lap. 1 to go. Josh Holtgraver trying to get back around Mark Moats Jr. for fourth. And Rocky Kugel in the 7KRT is right there with them, all running together. Third, fourth, fifth, and sixth. Checkered flag for Catellus. Kugel spins again. Schernhofer second. Moats will get third. Hank fourth, and Holtgraver fifth. Caution for the 7KRT of Rocky Kugel, the paper services, the Outlaws Rock Band sponsored car. Craig Catellus' 64 is a 604 crate motor driver here at the Monster Super Speedway. 8 laps for your Brockers Machine Shop crate late models. On the outside, it's Pegger into the lead. The Midway Missile, Daryl Charlier is second. Darrell Dow in the 5 right now third. Terry Kerr in the 39 trying to move around Russ Colasar for fourth. Almost 3 wide for that third spot in the fourth turn. Russ Colasar takes the Froggy machine to the high side, moves back around Terry Kerr for fourth. It's Pegger out in front of Charlier. Darrell Dow third. He gets close to the wall, and Colasar will move by for third in the Frontier Steel ARL Trucking 27. Darrell Dow's 5J, sponsored by the U.S. Navy and Supreme Oil Company. He's still running fourth. Terry Kerr, the crate late model rookie, in the 39 car. The Station Auto Parts Colonial Beer 39 is fifth. Then it's rookie Justin Lamb, Laurel Lucon, Scott Shemp, Tim Stefani, Colton Flinner. And into the wall goes the 22 of Jeremy Klimuk up in 3 and 4. He may have flattened some tires here. Caution is out for car 22. Jeremy Klimuk did more than flatten the tire. Damage on the right front of that car after slamming the wall between turns 3 and 4. 2 young hard Chargers bringing the field to life off of turn number 4. Green is out. Pegger leads at the flag stand, and he'll move up into the fast lane as they race into 1. Colasar now trying to move by the Midway Missile for second. Charlier gets back into the second spot down the back straightaway. Picked up his 6th career crate late model win here Sunday night, did the Midway Missile Daryl Charlier. Halfway, 4 to go. Terry Kerr 4th, Darrell Dow's 5 is 5th. Scott Shemp moves to 6th in the 75. Colasar trying to track down Charlier for second into turn 1. Mike Pegger Jr., your leader by a half a straightaway. 2 laps to go this time around. Pegger had problems here on Sunday. Got into the wall on the first lap of the feature. He's come back strong here early tonight. That car is what you say on a rail. Looks really smooth going around the Monster Super Speedway. The number 1 Cochran Triple S Auto Outlet Tri-State Hose 1C takes the white flag. Daryl Charlier second, Russ Colasar third, Terry Kerr fourth, Darrell Dow, Scott Shemp close now in that race for fifth. Shemp in the Miley BP Car Wash General Auto 75. Trying to get under Darrell Dow as the win goes to Pegger. Charlier second, Colasar third, Kerr fourth. The drag race for fifth will go to Darrell Dow. Partners with Mark Richards, so taking care of business out there for the weekend. Green is out. Miley from the pole, your leader. Steffens darts to second. 3 wide behind him. Here comes Flinner rolling on the top shelf. Mr. Mopars moves to second. Steffens is third. Awatala fourth. Flinner off the pace coming down the front straightaway. For a minute, it looked like he slowed. He's back in the gas now. Good race for third. Steffens and Atala. Rodriguez running fifth, and Wade and Lepro. Atala trying to work underneath Jimmy Steffens. 2 laps down. Jared Miley, your leader. John Flinner second. If you remember, the last time we ran on Saturday, Miley beat Flinner right at the finish in our late model feature. Jared usually a bottom runner, but he's rolling around the top shelf as well here in the early going tonight. He's got a straightaway lead on John Flinner. Jim Steffens third, Awatala fourth, Keith Rodriguez fifth, and Dave Wade, Jim Lepro, and Chuck Medved. Sala able to get around Steffens for third. Oh, Flinner hits a bump going into 3. He had all 4 wheels off the ground for a moment. Sala trying to run down John Flinner for second as Miley just setting a blistering pace. Two laps to go, 2 to go. Lucy Chevy, Brockers Machine Shop H1 of Jared Miley. Started on the pole, and there he has stayed, turning that lap at 1992. Sala a little closer to Flinner now in the battle for second. Flinner in the fast lane right now. Here comes your leader and winner from South Park, your points leader, defending champion Jared Miley. 1967 that lap. Miley wins it. John Flinner second. Awatala third. Jim Steffens gets fourth. Keith Rodriguez will bring the 29 home in fifth. Jared Miley turning the last lap at 1967. That averages at 100.661 miles per hour. They are starting young these days. Kerry Gasser and the 55 of Tom Duratz bring the field to the green, and off we go. Kerry Gasser's got the lead. Kerry did look a little better the last time out last Sunday night. Starting to get a little more comfortable in that car, you can tell. She's got the lead. Lynn Geisler and Ben Miley battle for second. It'll be Geisler second, Miley third. Here comes Mike Johnson off the bottom side, trying to pass Tom Duratz for fourth. It's still Kerry Gasser. Little slippage off of turn 2, and Geisler is closing the gap a bit. Ben Miley down on the bottom side running third. Tom Duratz still fourth, and Mike Johnson, Brandon Burgoon, and Kyle Luke on a heck of a race going on there. Fourth, fifth, sixth, and seventh. Geisler dives down off the second turn. He closes in again a bit more on Kerry Gasser. Trying to work the low side through 3 and 4. It's Gasser, your leader. Geisler 2 car lengths behind. Miley third. Brandon Burgoon now moves to fourth. Kyle Luke on to fifth. Tom Duratz off the pace. Geisler and Gasser contact in the middle of 1 and 2. The Cochran Automotive 1C trying to make the pass for the lead. Over the UPS Freight Zero, Lynn makes that pass into turn 3. Duratz is headed to the pits. Miley still third. Here comes Burgoon. Luke on the outside, and Mike Johnson right behind. Kid Kyle's got her going. He goes by Miley for third. The Lucon Rev Fab Eisminger's Pennzoil 1 is moving on out on the high side of the racetrack. He'll have second coming off of turn number 4. 5 down, 3 to go. Geisler leads. Lucan second. Gasser still third. Carey having her best run of the season so far. Miley, Burgoon, and Johnson right behind. Kyle Lucan is the guy that's on the move. He's closed in on Geisler in a hurry. Third, fourth, and fifth tightening up as they race into three. Carey Gasser, Ben Miley, Brandon Burgoon, and Mike Johnson. White flag for your leaders. Lynn Geisler by just now 2 car lengths over Kyle Lucan. Ben Miley to the inside of Carey Gasser. Carey holds on to third. Brandon Burgoon's got momentum, closing on Miley for fourth. This is the checkered flag lap. Lynn Geisler will win it. Kyle Lucan second. Carey Gasser gets an A for effort. She'll get third. Ben Miley fourth, and Brandon Burgoon fifth. That was his protege, Jason Ryder, Jason Ryder driving the 76 late model tonight. Bruce Drystad takes the lead in the D&D Auto Service 18. Bruce Drystad in front. Chuck Kennedy's A1, the Austin A1. Kennedy Auto Sales rocket chassis trying to take second away from the Stushes Automotive 74 of J.J. Bambichrider. Vince LeBoon in fourth. And then Willie Briggs and Randy Sprouse. 7 laps the distance for the EMOD preliminaries. Halfway, 3 laps to go. Bruce Drystad is your leader in the D&D Auto Service throwing dirt chassis with a 415 cubic inch Chevrolet under the hood. Chuck Kennedy second. J.J. Bambichrider, a new car this year, a Pierce chassis, running third. Vince LeBoon is fourth. Willie Briggs fifth. The Austin's A1 Bleach Fleming Tire, Chuck Kennedy Auto Sales A1 still second over the Stushes Automotive 74. Then it's the Loose Moose Saloon, Duffy's Poppin' Beer, 17L of Vince LeBoon. 1 lap to go for Bruce Drystad. Second still up for grabs. Here he comes from West Mifflin, checkered flag waving for Bruce Drystad. And second will go to Chuck Kennedy. J.J. Bambichrider third. Vince LeBoon gets fourth. And Willie Briggs will finish fifth. It's Kevin Miller in the 4M in front of Clayton Kennedy. Daryl Charlier slices from the top to the bottom in the 12. He's now third. Martinek in the 65 is fourth. Is seen in the 10 car running fifth. Kevin Miller, your leader. Here comes Daryl Charlier, though. The missile blasting off the outside, making up ground in a hurry. And now Tessine dives to the bottom, 3 wide, off of 4 for second as Charlier takes the lead. 3 down and 4 to go. Oh, contact between the 65 and the 9. And Mike McKee wound up spun around in the 33. I think the 65 has got a flat right front tire. Tom Martinek. The Allegheny Wilderness Outfitters, Bongiorni Auto, McElhaney Auto Repair 65 with a flat right front tire. He'll be in the pits. Mike McKee will restart on the back of the field. Forecast.net. Daryl Charlier, having taken the lead before the caution came out, is still your leaders. They race into 1. Wayne Tessine now trying to get around Kevin Miller, but got higher than he wanted into turn 1. He's still third, but closing ground on Miller down the back chute. Mike McKee is up to 4th. Clayton Kennedy now 5th. Halfway. The Midway Missile, the Parker Auto Center, W.J. Beitler Trucking, Napa McDonald, Panther Chassis. Having a good night again so far this evening in this Crate Late Model and now the E-Mods. One more time around for the Midway Missile. Charlier by almost a straightaway over Wayne Tessine, and coming into tonight, Daryl the points leader by 4 over J.E. Stalter. Checkered flag for Charlier, Tessine second, Miller third, Mike McKee 4th, and Clayton Kennedy gets 5th. Bethel Park. 69H Joe Hackemer from Georgetown. 36 AJ Poljak out of Baldwin. 39 is Mike Mon from Ambridge, and the 81 is Robert Betts from South Hills. Eight-lap heat race for the Sunoco Race Fuels Pure Stock. Bob Schwartzmiller is your leader. Nick Kachuba second, Bill Robertson third, Pat Weldon 4th, and Jake the Snake Simmons is 5th. Still Bob Schwartzmiller, but not by much. The Schwartzmiller Ground Maintenance, Denny's Restaurant, Parkway Supply 28, just ahead of the Colonial Beer. Clark and Family Chiropractic, Lanxess 10 of Nick Kachuba. Then it's the MAD Custom Exhaust, NJ and Associates 1B of Bill Robertson. Pat Weldon, JEM Lounge 45 running 4th, and the Simmons Window Cleaning More Concrete 68X of Jake Simmons is 5th. Four down and 4 to go. Up next will be your amateur stock heat race. Kachuba able to gain some ground that time in turn 3. Bill Robertson now nipping at the heels of Kachuba for second. The 1B trying to get alongside the 10 car. 2 laps to go, 2 to go. Bob Schwartzmiller picked up career feature win number 1 in the Sunoco Race Fuels Pure Stocks. Back on April the 26th. Currently third in the point standings. Bill Robertson, who's running third in this heat race, is your points leader, and Jake Simmons, who's running fifth in this heat, is second in the point standings coming into tonight. Kachuba again closing in. This is the checkered flag for your Sunoco Race Fuels Pure Stocks, and it'll be Schwartzmiller, Kachuba, Bill Robertson, Pat Weldon, and Jake Simmons rounding out the top 5. Dave Slade and AJ Poljak finish side by side for 6th. Poljak will get scored in 6th. Slade is 7th. Your winner, Schwartzmiller, the 28. Kachuba, the 10 second.
Starting 8th is the 60 of Brian Hutchko. Green flag for Eric Goldberg. He starts to pull away coming down the front straightaway. But here's the 22, Robbie Torrens on the inside of Dan DeShide for second, coming through turns 1 and 2. Tony White on the move. He's up to the 5th position, but here's Darren Ferguson on the inside of him. Goldberg still leading the 22 of Robbie Torrens. A little loose in turn 1. His lead down to about a car and a half over Robbie Torrens. Then almost half a straightaway back is the 51 of JJ Opachin, along with the rest of the field. Goldberg still hangs on to the lead for now, but Torrens tries to work the outside through turns 1 and 2. Little contact in turn 1. Green's still out. Goldberg and Torrens duel all by themselves, but behind them it's Ferguson to the inside of the 51 of JJ Opachin, then Tony White. Goldberg still leads Robbie Torrens. Halfway. Goldberg opens up a 3-car length lead over Robbie Torrens coming down into turn 4. Then it's Darren Ferguson in 3rd. White flag, Eric Goldberg. Behind Ferguson's the 76 of Tony White, then the 51 of JJ Opachin. Eric Goldberg still holds on to a 3-car length lead coming off turn 4. He'll take the heat race win. Second is Robbie Torrens. Third is Darren Ferguson, the 54. Fourth is the 76 of Tony White, and fifth is the 51 of JJ Opachin. Green is out. Rich Mason starts to pull away. Alec Bronaszewski in the 08 up to second. Third is the 55, Daniel Lloyd White. Here's Sean Graham with a run on the inside. He can't. Caution's back out, false start. He'll bring him out of turn 4. He's followed by Courtney Atkinson. Green flag is out for Rich Mason. He gets a bump from the 55, Daniel White, on the start. 3 wide in turn 1. Alec Bronaszewski on the outside of the 08 or the 88 of Todd Janis for the 3rd position. Here's Justin Pons on the inside. It's still Rich Mason with a lead over Danny White. Justin Pons up the 3rd. Alec Bronaszewski seems to have blown an engine. He will come to the pits in turn 1. Green is still out. Rich Mason opens up about a 5-car length lead over Danny White, Justin Pons, and Michael Reft. Reft wants 3rd from Justin Pons, but he blocks him in turns 1 and 2. Justin Pons still holds on to the 3rd position. Michael Reft tries the outside. Pons makes his car 3 lanes wide. Pons now wants 2nd from Danny White. Reft looked to make it 3 wide in turn 1, but he'll come to the bottom. All the way up to 2nd, possibly. He will get 2nd. From 4th to 2nd in 1 turn. Here's Danny White. Still on the inside of Justin Pons for 3rd. Pons will get a run off the high line coming down the front straightaway. Halfway for Rich Mason. Ref blocks Pons on the inside in turn 1 for the 2nd position. It's still Rich Mason over Michael Reft. Half a straightaway for Rich Mason. Hannah Ramsey now in danger of going a lap down. She will. Hannah Ramsey in the silver and purple 14 will go lap down to Rich Mason. Here's Michael Reft gaining ground in a hurry. He'll have to go to the outsides in turn 3 to avoid hitting Hannah on the inside. Pons follows him on the inside. Sean Graham in the 77 slows on the front straightaway. Rich Mason, white flag, but Michael Reft and Justin Pons are gaining ground in a hurry. His 10-car length lead now down to about 3. Reft starts to open up a lead over Justin Pons in turns 1 and 2. Sean Graham now in danger of going a lap down also. And Sean Graham will stay on the lead lap, but Rich Mason takes the checkered flag. Michael Reft is 2nd. 3rd is Justin Pons, who was last week's winner. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Well, being the Season 1 champion, how's it feel to be back in victory lane?
It feels really good, actually. I don't know. I mean, started from the pole, led every lap. It's pretty good.
This is your 2nd win this year. What do you think of your chances for a championship again this year?
Well, I mean, we missed the race already this year. I think we're 5th in points. I'm not really, looking for points this year. I'm just here to have fun and
We'd like to thank Pizza Hut for giving you an extra $20 gift certificate for sporting the Pizza Hut logo. Is there anyone else you'd like to thank?
Tomai's Towing, Taylor Auto Body, Bear Trucking, the Gorsuch Gang, my mom, my dad, everybody that helps work on the car, everybody.
Congratulations.
Okay, thanks.
All right, folks, how about a nice hand? Rich Mason, I think Austin said a junior at Montour High School, probably going to be going into his senior year. 20 laps. Looking good as they come off of turn 4, and the green is out. Josh Holdgraver will leave turn 2 with the lead in the D&T Auto Body 00. The Frontier Steel Froggy FM 27 of Colasar is second. Brian Hank in the 28 is third. Terry Kerr to 39 fourth. Mark Moach Jr., Mike Fager Jr., and Darrell Dow. Colasar with momentum on the outside, trying to get by Holdgraver for the lead. He'll make that pass going into turn 3. Colasar ahead of Holdgraver, Hank third. Then it's Moats, Kerr, and Pegger. Charlier now behind Pegger. Then Darrell Dow, the pole sitter, and Tommy Schernhofer in the 8. Pegger tried to work under Terry Kerr, unable to pass him down the front chute. Russ Colasar, still your leader. Pegger now again trying to make a move on the outside. Can't squeeze by Kerr. Charlier in the 12 comes flying on the low side of the racetrack. Good race here for just outside of the top 4. Charlier, Kerr, and Pegger. Pegger now dives hard into the bottom in turn 1. Charlier is 5th, Pegger 6th, and Kerr runs 7th. Out in front, it's Russ Colasar. Colasar lapping cars as he leaves turn 2 down the back chute. Holdgraver still second, Hank third, Moats 4th, Charlier is 5th, and Pegger 6th, Kerr 7th, Schernhofer is 8th, Catellus 9th, and Scott Shemp is moved to 10th in the 75. Shemp in the 75 underneath Catellus trying to move up to 9th. Not sure Catellus doesn't have a problem on the left front of that car. The 64 car's got suspension problems on the left front. He's off the pace on the back straightaway, trying to cross the racetrack. Craig Catellus in car 64. He will cross the racetrack and the green stays out. Your leader, Russ Colasar, now he'll stop in turn 3 on the bottom of the racetrack. Caution out for the 64 of Craig Catellus. The Drew's Auto Service 64 brings out the caution. He did have a big lead when the caution waved. Let's see what happens here on the restart. Hopefully that caution won't bring more cautions. These cars are so evenly matched. Sometimes when they get bunched together, you get the Colasar leads Brian Hank to second, and the Midway Missile moves to third. Then it's Holdgraver, Pegger, Moats, Kerr, and Schernhofer. Steve Beatty continues to move. Oh, Mark Moats Jr. off the pace in the 15. Mark Moats Jr. into the pits in car 15. 5th in the point standings coming into tonight. Not into the pits yet. Darrell Charlier has moved to second. Charlier has moved to second. Moats to the pits. Caution is out. Green is out. Peger moves to 4th. And Steve Beatty will follow him on the outside up into 5th. Charlier slides into 3 on the low side, trying to put the heat on Russ Colasar. 9 laps to go. Boy, a really good race for 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, and 10th. Coming off of 4 here. Holtgraver, Kerr, Schemp, Schernhofer, and Kugel. Set up all the racetrack. Charlier not letting Colasar get much breathing room here. 7 laps to go, 7 to go. Charlier alongside of Colasar into turn 3 for the lead off of 4. Colasar, steal your leader into 1, but the midway missile continues to apply plenty of heat. Into 3, Charlier again, trying to get alongside Colasar, in front by a car length. Spin in turn 1. Spin in turn 1 for Darrell Dow on the 5J. Darrell was out of the car. The way they were on the last restart. Charlier had got to pressuring Colasar pretty good before this last caution. Into 1. And 2. Brian Hank able to get ahead of Charlier for 2nd as they head into 3. Beatty's now up to 4th. Started way in the back after dropping out of his heat race with a flat tire. Russ Colasar, your leader. Brian Hank 2nd, and Darrell Charlier 3rd. Beatty 4th. Peger 5th. Schernhofer is 6th. Kerr 7th. Holtgraver 8th. Kugel 9th, and Schemp runs 10th. Well, Brian Hank, a little racy here in the late stages. Got a little high coming off of 4. Lost some momentum, and here comes the midway missile. Darrell Charlier to his outside in 1 and 2. Charlier back into 2nd. Russ Colasar in the fast lane with 3 laps to go. Rocky Kugel and Terry Kerr wheel to wheel for 7th into 1 and 2. Kugel's got the advantage racing down the backstretch, but Kerr comes right back even as they race into 3. Schernhofer trying the inside of Peger for 5th. 2 to go, 2 laps remaining. Mike Peger still 5th, Tommy Schernhofer 6th. Steve Beatty, the 4th place car, trying to reel in the 28 of Brian Hank for 3rd. 1 lap to go. Russ Colasar trying to win his 2nd of the season. Darrell Charlier 2nd. Who's going to be 3rd? Beatty to the outside will make the pass in the AEC group. Beatty Welding B4. Steve has had an impressive showing, but he's going to run out of time unless there's a caution here. Here come your leaders for the checkered flag. The Froggy FM, Frontier Steel, ARL Trucking 27 of Russ Colasar wins it. Darrell Charlier 2nd, Beatty 3rd, Brian Hank 4th, and Mike Peger Jr. will get 5th. Caution out, Terry Kerr into 39 in turn 4. Congratulations. Started off, the season with the win. Thanks there, Russ. Great job. And yeah, not now. But things went downhill a little bit, but you're back.
Yeah, we've been struggling a little bit. Believe it or not, and it's been really small little things. From just 25 pounds on a spring here or there, and just moving a bracket here and there, and that's how competitive this field is. These guys, last week we got beat up by all these young kids, and I was like, come on, guys, and these guys out there that are racing against are really coming on. They're doing a great job.
Daryl Charlier got underneath you a couple of times. Did you see him?
I definitely saw him. Dale's a tough runner, and if you beat him anytime, that's something I feel pretty proud of, because he's definitely on the gas all the time. So I'm very happy with tonight. I'd like to thank Frontier Steel. I'd like to thank ARL Trucking. I'd like to thank Froggy most of all. ROL Cash Trucking. I want to thank Craig we've been having some front end geometry, and Craig we call him Dozer Boy, took the whole front end apart last night and put it back together, and it apparently worked. And Tony, I can't thank him enough. Mr. Castlevetter, my dad, Brian Godwin, T-Bone. I just can thank everybody. I really appreciate it very much. And also Pizza Hut for additional money. And I can't thank everybody enough. I appreciate the fans. And it's going to be a tough one. If you look at the points in that, it's 1 or 2 points every week, So it's fun. It's exciting.
Congratulations.
Thanks so much.
Russ Colasar, your winner in the Brockers Machine Shop Crate Late Models. Here they come into turn number 4, side by side, looking good, and the green is out. Johnson grabs the early lead. Ryder is second, Rodriguez third, Steffens fourth. Atala up against the wall where he was so fast here on Sunday night. 3 wide for a moment there. Steffens, Burgoon, and Atala for fourth into turn 1. Mike Johnson's Chem Oil National City Bank 2J in front of the Youngling 76 of Ryder. We've got a spin at the back of the field. Caution out, car 94. Tim Gold in the 94 does a spinaroo over in turn 2. Green is out. Johnson still in command. Ryder runs second. Rodriguez now to third. Burgoon is fourth. Flinner moves to fifth. Atala is sixth. Burgoon on the outside. Flinner on the inside of Rodriguez, who moves up. Brandon has to burp the throttle. Into 1. Flinner charges hard in on the bottom and moves up in front of Captain Keith for third. Here comes Atala and Kyle Lucan with momentum down the back straightaway. Johnson in front. Ryder second. Flinner third. Atala now slides into fourth. Burgoon to the outside of Rodriguez makes the pass for fifth. Big lead for Mike Johnson. Kyle Lucan off the wall, exiting turn 2 across the racetrack. Does a great job straightening that car out. He did a great job of steering that car straight just long enough to avoid being hit in the left side. It looked like he was trying to get around the outside of the 29 of Keith Rodriguez. And there was contact between the two of them, just enough to get Lucan into the wall, damaging the right rear of the car. 22 laps remaining. Green is out. Atala with a slide job on the inside, up in front of Ryder. Flinner to the outside. They battle for second down the back chute. Flinner second into 3, and I mean, he's going in there deep. Here comes Atala trying to come underneath John off of 4. It's Johnson in front, Flinner second, Atala third, then Burgoon, Ryder, Miley, and Geisler. Now Atala again trying to close in on John Flinner in turn 4. Mike Johnson leads. Flinner just manhandling that car into the turns. He had to get out of the throttle a little bit that time, and Atala dives to the inside. Mike Johnson, still your leader, folks. Atala with a run coming off of 4, tries to duck under Flinner. 6 down. Geisler to the inside of Jared Miley. Atala now even with Flinner in turn 2 for second. John beats him down the back chute. 5th, 6th, and 7th good right now too. Jason Ryder, Jared Miley, and Lynn Geisler. 7 down. Miley slides underneath Ryder and makes the pass for 5th. Kyle Lucan has pitted again in car number 1. Flinner has separated himself from Atala. Geisler trying to pass Ryder for 6th, coming off of 4. Unable to make that pass. John Flinner charges into turn 3, pulls up within 2 car lengths in the middle of 3 and 4. Mike Johnson still your leader. Atala 3rd, Brandon Burgoon quietly in 4th. Jared Miley runs 5th. Ryder is 6th, Geisler 7th, Rodriguez 8th, Steffens 9th, and Ben Miley is 10th. 15 laps to go, 15 to go. Flinner creeps a little closer. Johnson, though, able to turn the car and get it squared, coming off a little better. Now Atala has closed back in on Flinner, but Flinner just insanely taking that car into turn 3. Has to burp the throttle a bit, and Atala has got a run on it. One, 2, and 3. Johnson, Flinner, and Atala racing off at turn 2 down the back chute. Chuck Medved just ahead of your race leaders. Flinner slides in. He slides into the lead in turn 4. He'll slide up in front of Johnson. Johnson tries to get back underneath but can't. Flinner's got the lead in the Johns Towing River Salvage 48. Now Atala ducks under Johnson trying to get second. Meantime, Burgoon and Jared Miley are closing in as well. In turn 4, Atala underneath Johnson for second. Halfway, 12 to go. John Flinner, Al Atala, Mike Johnson, Brandon Burgoon, and Jared Miley are top 5. Single file formation down the back chute. Geisler is 6th, Ryder 7th, Steffens 8th, Rodriguez 9th, and Ben Miley 10th. Atala trying to run down Flinner. 11 laps remaining. Off of turn 2, Atala within a couple of car lengths down the back chute. Flinner continues to slide that thing so hard into 3 and keep the momentum coming off the outside of 4. He's got some traffic ahead, and Atala nipping at his heels with 10 to go. In turn 2, Atala now is on the bumper of Flinner down the back chute. He lost some ground that time through 3 and 4, did Atala. Johnson 3rd. Jared Miley has moved to 4th now. Into 3. Flinner sets sail around the outside of young Michael Norris. Atala in tow. Johnson 3rd, Jared Miley 4th, Brandon Burgoon is 5th, Geisler is 6th. Atala again trying to close back in. He is on his heels in 4, just a car length behind. 7 laps to go. Into 1 and 2. Flinner with Atala right behind, and we've got a caution. We have got a caution. We've got debris on the racetrack. Debris on the racetrack. John Flinner leads. Al Atzala will be second on the restart. Al going up to tell John, it's me. Mike Johnson will be third. Jared Miley fourth. Brandon Burgoon fifth. Lynn Geisler sixth. All lap cars go to the back of the field. Burgoon, the Cal U of PA grads, are running side by side behind the second group of cars as the green is back out. And off of 4 they come into 1. 3 wide for second. Mike Johnson on the outside will get back into the second spot. It's Atzala, Miley, Burgoon, and Geisler into 3. Here comes Atzala back underneath Johnson in turn 4. Into 1. Flinner leads Atzala second. Jared Miley now to third. Mike Johnson, Brandon Burgoon, Lynn Geisler all running together. Lynn Geisler now to the inside. He'll move to fourth, getting by 2 cars through 3 and 4. Less than 5 laps to go, less than 5 to go. Off of turn 4, Flinner rolling to the top side, catching some moisture and letting that Mopar carry him down the front stretch into turn 1. And the Johns Towing, River Salvage, All-American Builders. Flinner signs and decals 48, but not far behind is the Todd's Auto Body. American Environmental 02 of Al Atzala, then the Calusi Chevy H1 of Jared Miley, and the Cochran Automotive 1C of Lynn Geisler. 3 laps to go, 3 to go, clear racetrack. Two more times around the Monster Super Speedway. Jimmy Steffens around Brandon Burgoon and moving up into the 6th spot. Jimmy Steffens, the Culver's Collision, Ola Tower View Service 38. A lap to go, a lap remaining. This is it. John Flinner has not won here since 2005. That was when he was the track champion. Did not run here much at all last year. The Johns Towing, Flinner signs and decals, River Salvage, All-American Builders 48 will win it over Al Atzala. Jared Miley third, Lynn Geisler fourth, and Mike Johnson fifth. How about a nice hand, folks? John Flinner, your winner in the Pizza Hut Super Late Models. Welcome back.
Thank you. It's been a while, huh? I used to win at least one a year there for a while, and then I started falling off, so it feels pretty good tonight.
You know, when you lose one like you lost here right at the end 2 weeks ago, I'm sure that makes you just more determined to get it tonight.
I just can't give in to that spec motor racing yet, even though my car owner keeps on talking about it, but just had to try to prove him wrong. Maybe I'm just a little lucky tonight. That's all, the way the track was.
I don't know about luck, but the car looked awfully strong. John, I described it as insane the way you were taking this car into turn 3.
Well, and it, you know, now this is a racetrack. Well, that crap we ran on last night, that ain't no racetrack. I mean, they need to get Brian Underwood at these other places because that boy, and I think if they give him a little more time, I mean, it's still slippery, but it's smooth. And once you get out front and stuff like that, you got a little bit of room. And with these open motor cars, I think we can use the racetrack too. And it's been a while since, I mean, this year, years ago, we used to run against that fence, and now it feels good to go up against it. I mean, as long as we don't hit it, you know.
But you've been pretty good here. I mean, last week you didn't win, but you were solid all night. A lot of cars, a lot of racing. Tonight, when you get out in front like that, did you feel Al's pressure at all?
Al who? no, Al gets the credit of being a driver like myself, a little over your head and wrecking people and stuff, but I think accidents happen, and he gave me a little insurance in that restart there, but I know Al, that's all faking it. But I was just pretty fortunate enough to stay in front of that with the spec motor deal, and that's a crazy, insane spec car, him and Steve Baker, I'll tell you.
Talk about this Mopar, though.
This ain't the Mopar.
This is the Mopar. Yeah, see, everybody called me a liar because you told me you were running a Mopar down here.
Well, I was, and then we got to get the cornet tried dialed in a little bit, and we broke the Drain Boys' heart last Sunday when they were here, but they're still one of our engine builders and stuff and do a good job. It's just something we did here, but this is trying to break it in for the big shows, but I think I'll end up wearing it out before the big shows, because even like last night at Lernerville, I should have had this motor, because the Mopar, it's a good motor. This thing here scares me. I mean, it's like a drag car when it's hooked up, you know. So I've been pretty fortunate, Uncle John, you know, taking care of that, making them decisions.
People you want to thank?
John Johnson, he's the one who made all these stupid changes here in the pits here a little bit ago, and we've been getting off of the chassis builder setups and going back to John Flinner and John Johnson's way. I think maybe they're afraid we might beat that one car if we listen. You know, we got to listen to them. We're going back our way. Maybe it just fits my driving style, but. You know, Cornet engine builds a good motor. And Brian Doherty from Integra Shocks, I've still been really screwed up on that stuff here, and we're learning a little bit more every race. I just need to be able to pay a little more attention to my business, Flinter Signs. I stay up too late working and try to do this racing deal. It's killing me. My crew, Deuce, DeBolis, I finally remember his last name, Mark Mazoric, my dad Malone's, he makes it here. I feel like racing, I'll tell you. And Smitty for doing the tires, and Brooke and Taylor for doing the cheering, and my daughter and wife at home. I forget everybody else. And River Salvage.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much. Thank the fans.
John Flinner, folks, your winner in the Pizza Hut Super Late Models. Laps for the Miley Truck Rental E-Mods, and the green is out. It is Tom Martinek with the early lead from the pole. False start, we're told. False start. Let's try. Tom Martinek, Randy Sprouse, and the green is out this time. Things are crowded on the back chute. Tom Martinek is your leader. Mike McKee is into second. Clayton Kennedy running third. Vince Laboon fourth, and J.J. Bamitrider fifth that time by. And Wayne Tessine, they're 4 wide for third, off at 2 down the back straightaway. Wow. Martinek with a huge lead. Tom saying, please stay green. McKee second. Tessine third. Charlier, the midway missile to the inside of Tessine. Tessine comes back around him on the outside. Off at 2. They're wheel to wheel for third down the back chute. Vince Laboon still fifth. In turn 4, second. Who's going to be? Mike McKee, Daryl Charlier, and Wayne Tessine as they head into turn 1. Tessine unable to squeeze between McKee and the wall. Martinek, meantime, in front by a straightaway. He's got the only crate-powered E-Mod in the field. Wayne Tessine trying to duck under McKee now for third. Halfway in this 12-lap feature, the Midway Missile, 6 laps to track down Tom Martinek. The Allegheny Wilderness Outfitters, Bongiorni Auto, McElhaney Auto Repair 65 in front of the Parker Auto Center, W.J. Beitler Trucking, Napa McDonald's number 12. Wayne Tessine third now. And the DT Dyna Woodruff Carbs, Johnny's Excavating number 10. Mike McKee having a good first night. He is fourth in the 33. Vince Laboon is fifth, and it's Bama's rider, Kennedy and Stalder. Drystad and Clayton Kennedy. Now Charlier definitely is closing in. He's got 4 laps. 4 laps to catch Tom Martinek. He's cut his lead in about half. He was a straightaway. It's now a half a straightaway. He is coming like a ball of fire. The Midway Missile picks up a little more ground on Tom Martinek. Checking my numbers here. I don't think Martinek's won here since 05 as well. The lead is shrinking. 2 laps to go. 2 to go. The Midway Missile has caught up to the leader, and a caution is out. Same time as he catches the leader, the caution is out. Is that J.J. Bamitrider on the back straightaway? It's like heavy contact with the tires there at the entrance to the pits. The Stush's Automotive 74. Tom Martinek did not want to see that, even though Charlier had caught him. Martinek goes. Charlier and Tessine both one on the outside. Charlier slides up into the lead into turn 1. Tom will try his hand on the inside, trying to get back ahead of the Midway Missile, coming off of 4 lap to go. It's Charlier, Martinek, Tessine, Laboon, Stalder, and Kennedy. This will be Darrell's second EMOD win in as many Saturday nights. The Midway Missile has got 2 wins in the Crate Lates and now 2 wins in the Miley Truck Rental EMODs in 08. Martinek second, Tessine third, J.E. Stalder fourth, Chuck Kennedy fifth. Must be this new orange and black driver's suit. Is that it?
It might be. I don't know. I hope so. We'll find out at the end of the year.
Did you caught Tom? There was just like a lap and 3/4 to go. Do you think you could have got around it without the caution?
I don't know. I was anticipating it the whole time I was catching him. I had a lot of time to think about it. So I don't know. We would never know. Anything could have happened.
Were you confident that you could have passed him? Because he was obviously running where you wanted to be.
Yeah, I could see. I knew if I was going to run past him, I'd have to get a good run on him and do a slide job or something, almost like what I did to start. It was probably a lot closer than what I thought it would be, but no one got hurt, so we ended up winning, so it was good for us.
You know, second, first, 2 nights in a row. That's not too bad.
Yeah, my team says it's not me, it's them, so they said anybody could get in the car and win, but maybe we'll try it out sometime, see what happens.
Let them try their luck out.
Yeah, for real.
A lot of coaching in there then. They're always telling you what you're doing wrong?
They're always, 7 days a week, all the time.
People you want to thank?
First off, I just want to say congratulations to Dawn and Charlie. They got married today, and also it's my sister's birthday, so...
That's a traditional winning night, right?
Yeah, I'm the birthday boy, I guess. I'd like to thank Parker Auto Center, Totally Tropical Tanning, Napa, Brian Signs and Decals, Tri-State Motorsports, W.J. Beitler and Company, Olverio, Knuckleheads, Totally Tropical Tanning. Whew, I'm losing my memory. That's it. And the crew, of course, and everybody that supports us.
All right, folks. Darrell Charlier, your winner in the Miley Truck Rental EMODs. He'll pick up a $50 bonus from Pizza Hut, part of the Pizza Hut Winner's Circle bonus program. Robert Betts. Captain Cook is your leader. Mike Maughan second. Dave Slade trying to get to third in the 4. Down low comes A.J. Poljack, and in the middle is Jake the Snake. Look at this. Look at this. 3 wide, not for long. Robert Betts says, I don't want to be in the middle of that when we get into turn 1. Mike Maughan exits turn 1 with the lead. And the Johnson Auto Service Mirdos Custom Cabinets 39. Dave Slade in the B4 and A.J. Poljack in the 36 are second and third. Down low, digging on the inside, the 45 of Pat Weldon. Jake the Snake Simmons is 5th. Bill Robertson 6th. Bobby Schwartzmiller 7th. Dave Slade's got that old Chevy going mighty fine. Second place car. That's probably the oldest of the pure stocks here in Pittsburgh. That's been around for a long time. I don't see too many full-bodied Chevelles these days. Mike Maughan still in front. Jake the Snake Simmons trying to get to second. He's got the pass made in turn 1. Poljack third by half a car length over Pat Weldon. Then the 4 of Slade, and here comes the 1B of Billy Robertson. 28 Bob Schwartzmiller not far behind. Things are just heating up. Jake the Snake, the more concrete. Simmons window cleaning 68. Oh, and Maughan gets sideways and comes down into Jake the Snake, and the caution is out. Woo! Tough break for Jake Simmons. Mike Maughan trying to get that first win as your leader. That car looks familiar to you if you are a fan of the Lernerville Speedway. That's the one of Mike Pager's former 09 cars, the 39 that Mike Maughan is driving. Poljack is second and now trying to take the lead into 3. Maughan up high, Poljack in the middle, and Weldon trying to come down low. Into 1. Still Mike Maughan in front. Pat Weldon, A.J. Poljack side by side. Mike Maughan's going to love that. Bill Robertson 4th. Nick Kachuba into the top 5 in the 10 car. Bob Schwartzmiller, Jake Simmons, all running together. Heck of a race going on here. Your Sunoco Race Fuels Pure Stocks. We're just halfway. 6 to go. Maughan by car length, almost 3 wide now for second. Jake the Snake to the outside of Schwartzmiller, moving up into 6th. Poljack, Weldon, Robertson jockeying back and forth right behind the race leader. It's still Mike Maughan. 5 to go. Poljack dives to the inside. Robertson's got to get on the binders. That leaves the outside lane open for Pat Weldon. Not the best race of the night thus far. Poljack noses ahead into 3. He moves up the racetrack and he'll take the lead away. 4 to go. Poljack over Maughan. Weldon 3rd, Robertson 4th, Simmons 5th, Kachuba 6th, Schwartzmiller 7th. Your lead pack of cars. 3 more laps to go. Jake Simmons trying to get to the outside of Bill Robertson for 4th. Pat Weldon pulls up on the bumper of Mike Maughan. Robertson dives hard into 3 on the low side. Pulls up alongside of Weldon as that battle continues. Simmons drops way to the bottom, 3 wide for 3rd. Jake the Snake finds some bite on the bottom side. 2 to go, folks. 2 laps remaining. Poljack, your leader. Maughan still second. Simmons, who was the caution, has rallied back to 3rd. Robertson and Weldon side by side. Jake the Snake trying to get second. Can't make it work on the inside of 4. 1 lap to go. Everyone jockeying around behind Mike Vaughn. He's running right in the middle of the track, and guys finding it hard to find room inside or outside of him. A.J. Poljak was able to squeeze by for the lead, and he's got a turn and a half to go to the win. Sunoco Race Fuels Pure Stocks. Here they come off of 4. It's going to be Poljak winning in his debut. Mon second, Simmons third, Weldon fourth, Robertson fifth, Kachuba and Schwartzmiller.
Well, I had to catch up on my yard work. That's what took me so long. I had too many things going on around my house, and I figured before I start racing, I better get that taken care of or it'll never get done. So,
well, I was afraid. I heard you've been running on the asphalt Friday, and I was afraid you had made the wrong move.
No, the asphalt's fun, but the dirt, that's where it's at for me. A friend of mine hurt his leg, and he just asked me to run his car for a sponsorship, so that's all. But the dirt's that's my love.
That had to be fun. That was a great race. You guys, I mean, right to the finish, you didn't know who was going to win it.
Yeah, it sure was, and yeah. Like a heat race, going, my car was terrible. I didn't know what to do, and I just changed, made a dramatic change, and it worked for the best, you know.
Isn't it funny how sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't?
I figured I'd either get a top 3 or be 12, so whatever, you know.
People you want to thank?
Valvoline, I got a new sponsor, the pizza company. All my friends from Advanced Auto Parts, Mom, my dad, my cousins, and everyone in the crew that helps me out. I really appreciate that.
Also, Pizza Hut gives you $50 tonight.
Yeah, I got the pizza company as a sponsorship and a pizza.
Take it.
I'll take it all. That's right. Anything they want to give.
Congratulations.
Thanks, Tom.
A.J. Poljak, your winner in the Sunoco Race Fuels Pure Stocks.
The 60 Brian Hutchko brings him down for the green flag. Kurt Bish on the outside. Here's a 22, Robbie Torrance making it 3 wide. But here's the 76 of Tony White on the outside of everyone to the lead. Torrance still on the way inside, coming down the back straightaway. Him and Hutchko hold the inside line while Goldberg and Kurt Bish battle it out in turn 4. But it's still Tony White. He starts to pull away now by about 5 car lengths. Kurt Bish up to second, Goldberg third. But Goldberg won second on the outside of turn 2. He gets a run down the back straightaway. He'll clear him for second in turn 3. Meanwhile, Robbie Torrance on the inside of Brian Hutchko. He pulls up on the fender of Kurt Bish. Hutchko seems to have been fading now. Started from the pole. Eric Goldberg gains ground coming through turns 3 and 4. Down to about a car length behind the 76 of Tony White. 714 of Goldberg on the inside for the lead. He can't make the pass in 2 coming down the back straightaway. .714 of Goldberg on the inside, turn 3 and 4. It's a drag race, but Goldberg takes the lead for that lap. He'll clear Tony White in turn 1. Tony White still within half a car length of Eric Goldberg. Halfway for Eric Goldberg, Tony White, Kurt Bish, Robbie Torrance, Brian Hutchko, J.J. Opachin, Darren Ferguson, and the 10 of Dan DeShide. Tony White still within a car length and a half of Eric Goldberg. Goldberg leads another with 3 to go. Second place car, Tony White. 10 years in racing. Can't catch Goldberg. Goldberg opens his lead up to about 3 car lengths now down the front straightaway. Through turns 1 and 2, Tony White starts to close. Goldberg just seems to pull away on the straightaways. Tony White catches back up through the turns. White flag for Eric Goldberg. '54, Darren Ferguson comes in the front straightaway pits. Here comes Eric Goldberg to take the checkered flag. Second is the '76, Tony White. Third is the 00, Kurt Bish. Once again, 50-50 number 228802, 228802. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Is there anyone you'd like to thank?
I have to thank my wife and my son Angelo and Daniel because they let me come out here every week. I got my sponsors, Cotman Transmission and Sunrise Motors and South Hills Car Store, and my buddy Ron, he helps me get this car together every week.
The cars seem to be performing pretty well tonight. Once you got in clean air, no one could catch you.
Really? Well, I always feel like there's somebody right on me trying to catch me. So I've been struggling a little bit this year trying to get this car going, but I seem to always start in the beginning of the year struggling, then I get it rolling. So it seems like it's going. So.
Congratulations.
Folks, we thank you for coming out. Please take your time going home. Have a safe trip. Enjoy your weekend. We'll look forward to seeing you back here next Saturday night at Pittsburgh's Pennsylvania Motor Speedway.